It was always like, do this, do that, and focus on this and focus on that. But when I came to Sitar, I could, put my own creativity to what I wanted to create.
When I walk in to the doors and I actually watch how the children are being attended to and how you can see that there's a careful attention to every child that walks into your doors. And I think that's really powerful.
Although I have worked at Sitar for 21 years, it has never been static. It has always been dynamic because we have always listened carefully and responded to the changes in our environment and the changing needs of our youth.
At the time of our strategic plan, we heard a lot of questions about why are you staying in Adams Morgan? At the time, many organizations were moving to the other side of the river, so we had to consider it seriously. What we found is that there are many children living in poverty, not just in Ward 1, where we're located. We also reached out into Wards 4 and 5, and we found that there were many underserved children.
Our aftercare program was growing steadily every year. And we really needed a dedicated space for those students so we could really define the programming and increase the numbers to where we wanted to get them to.
We decided to grow, and we decided that we were going to purchase that one additional commercial space in our building. And luckily, there was just one wall dividing it and us, and so we got ready to build it into a purposeful space, and we did. And we could only do that because of our volunteer leaders.
When this space became available, I knew that we were then going to be able to serve more kids in the summer, and we were going to be able to serve more kids after school. And I knew how long our waiting list was. And I think that was really why I was motivated to try and get the deal done.
And in 2017, we opened the doors and immediately could enroll 50 more students in our summer camp and have that daily aftercare program with dedicated space to do it.
We are powerful, we are smart, we make creations with our heart. This is a safe place to express, work with friends, put ideas to the test.
During the pandemic, our partnership with Sitar Arts Center was critical. So many other institutions decided to pause. Sitar said, no, our kids are valuable. This is what we're going to do. We'll get the instruments to them. We'll do what we need to do. Our program will continue. And that made a big difference.
Right now, we are really calling on our community of visionaries, both our staff and board and other volunteer leaders, to come together again and look forward in a big way, because we're at another inflection point.
Our young people are now in college, graduating from college, building their own careers, and many of them are seeking ways to come back here and learn more from Sitar. But we don't have a lot of those things built in, and we also don't have the space.
Many of our alumni were great artists as kids when they were given the facility to do so, but then life gets ahead of them and then they kind of just take that different route. That's where it's kind of like, do you outgrow Sitar? Will Sitar grow with you, just like how we grew up with them?
Having that additional space will really allow us to provide different opportunities that provide the skills that our young adults need as they're looking to build arts careers and getting the experience under their belt that a lot of employers are looking for to be able to really get that job.
What if every child in DC had the opportunity to discover and develop their gifts, to grow into their best selves, because the paths to opportunity are just always there for them? And once they are grown, once they become young adults, what if each of them then had the opportunity to enact their gifts into a life of purpose and meaning and a thriving adulthood? We're asking those questions, and we want to help to answer them.
Without having those opportunities, as a society, we're wasting a whole bunch of talent that we otherwise may not even know exists.
To me, investing in Sitar and being a part of the Sitar community is a way for me to act on my values. I support creating a world where children who are given the message that they don't belong and their families aren't welcome are welcome, and they belong, and their assets, their creativity, who they are, is celebrated. I wish that for every child.